Hi, I'm Mary.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Deanna.
And you're watching Word of Mouth.
I saw Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages is totally 80s all the time. 3 o'clock in the morning when you see that commercial come on for hair bands, that's it.
Rock of Ages takes place in LA where I guess, all the 80s hair bands kind of started their whole careers, and all that music kind of started in LA on the Sunset Strip.
It reminds me of a bar in Long Branch we used to go to. I'm sure anybody who walks into the theater, you've been to that bar before. There's panties, bras everywhere, the bad signs, it smells, it's dirty.
Drew is basically the janitor for the bourbon room there, but he's there to live a dream.
He wants to he wants to be a singer, and he writes songs and he fools around every now and again on guitar, and he's just waiting for his big chance.
Sherry is the naive girl from the Midwest who moves to LA and tries to make it big and be famous.
She's looking to become an actress, of course, and moves to Hollywood.
Of course, that turns into a stripping pole, which often that happens, I guess, with Midwest girls that go to California.
Drew sees her and kind of latches on to her.
And they go on a date, and they end up being just friends at the beginning, but you could tell they really love each other.
One of the players, Lonnie, who works also at the Bourbon Room, is the narrator of this whole thing.
He's obviously a Jack Black ripoff, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is not going to be good, but he grows on you.
Stacey Jacks is the big rocker, glitzy top with the long blonde, wavy hair, and totally the stereotypical rocker from that era.
That VH1 behind the music, that's him. That's that guy. That's the one that usually ODs on heroin or gets hit by a bus or whatever. That's definitely that guy.
I thought Constantine was great. I absolutely was obsessed with him during American Idol. His voice is amazing. His voice is really good. Nobody can argue with that.
He definitely pulls off the rocker 80s, and he's got a good voice. So his acting skills leave a little bit to be desired.
He just had this meek, mild little demeanor into this big, giant rocker voice, which was so much fun to be a part of, and the room rocked when he really sang. It was great.
Amy Spanger played Sherry, and to me, she was the star of the show. She was really funny. She had an amazing voice, an amazing presence on the stage. I thought she was really funny and great.
She was another one who had a real strong, very powerful voice that when she started, and you put the two of them together for a duet, and it was phenomenal.
She was phenomenal. I mean, she definitely, very believable, and she's got a great voice too.
It was just really funny, and they made fun of themselves. They made fun of the fact that they were making a musical of 80s music.
There were some real classic rock ballads and heavy metal rock songs that I grew up with, so that's what's so awesome about it for me, And the voices behind it and the band that was on stage, it blasted us out, and it was worth every decibel.
They definitely touch on every piece of pop culture. At one point, they whip out some Burroughs and James wine coolers. I just lost it. I mean, that's what we used to drink back in the woods when my parents weren't looking. So
there were some strippers, and there were some young boys in the front row that enjoyed these strippers. So yeah, they were quite stripping.
All the strippers were top notch.
I kind of had this prejudice against going to see a musical that has music that's already been written, and they're just going to throw all the songs together and make a musical of this. I was very pleasantly surprised that I actually loved this musical and had a really fun time at it.
It was just funnier than funny, and the dancing was really great. It was very, very apropos to the era, so it was all the stuff that I did and still do, and it was great. It was really fun.
For my friends who may not necessarily go to Broadway shows, this one I would tell them to do whatever you can to go.
My friends are going, don't bring your kids, but my friends should go see this show.
I'm going to tell all my friends to go see this that love 80s music.
I was exhausted by the time I was done because I was laughing, I was clapping, it was a great show, really fun.
It's a great date musical to go see, absolutely.
There's few shows that I would go right away to see again. I'd see this one again, even if it were a couple weeks from now.
Here I go again on my own.